Hey guys, today I would like to explain what is the correct way to attack word boss. First of all, I would like to show you some common mistakes and I will explain what is the good way to do it. So first of all, as I see lots of people using incorrect components. For the word boss, let's say that's your daily used components. For the word boss, high rate of fire is absolutely useless because you will start the fight. So even if it's not set it up here, then armor buff. You don't need increase your HP because the word boss has really small damage, so you don't need to take care of it. Decreased damage taken, it's a so-so component, so you can use it, but in my opinion it's still useless. So let's see what we should use. Critical buff, it's a very important. Weapon buff, also very important. Critical damage, also very important, and damage increase, also very important. Here I will change it for hit. So let's see. I have level 9 high rate fire, but it's absolutely useless, and I have level 6 heat, what is a low level, but it's still more useful if I apply this component. Okay, wait, I need to, yes. Yes, so let's go back, and first we need to understand, because top var give us instructions how we should attack the word boss. First of all, the first icon tells you when receiving damage from Navy 100%, it will be a critical hit. So it's quite simple, you should attack with Navy, easy. The second one, when receiving critical crit, the damage taken is increased by 300%, so it means we should focus for critical damage. The third one is a bit more difficult to understand, and that's what most of the player that's where most of the player make the mistakes. So here you can see a huge number like 2000% of attack. And how can we trigger this attack? You go into your base, and here you have Special Effect Research Center. You come here and element switcher. If you have all the three set it for the same, then this extra buff won't be triggered. You should change for different type, like this, for example. But now I will attack with Navy. My main troops will be Navy, so I change back for crit increase, and I change this, but actually right now it's not so important. These two, my tanks and my Navy, must be different. But now I change back because I want to show what is the difference between bad and good attack. Okay, back to the components. So that's my daily use, the bad setup for WordPress. And let's say just a silly mistake like skin. You use an incorrect skin, but let's say we all have this one, so I will stay with this. I don't change it. Okay, let's check the skills. As I said before, the WordBoss has a really small damage. So if you use some kind of protection skills, you made another mistake, because it's absolutely useless here. I will attack with combined with Rambo. Here I also applied some protection skills that are useless. So let's do an attack with those bad setups. So Rambo, and it said to me I need to attack with Navy, but I will make this typical mistake because, for example, my tanks are the strongest troops, so I will attack with the tank. Let's see. Okay, done. Let's check how much was my damage. It was 42.5 T damage. It's a very low number. So now I will change everything how it's supposed to be. Okay. So I will attack now with Navy. This is what I usually use for the main troops, critical increase. And let's do plasma for tanks. So just again, this is the good setup. You should use this. Okay, go for components, and yes. So I will use Navy plus tanks. And did I forget something? Ah yes, also I changed the skin for Navy. Oh, and of course the heroes. So this is useless here, and I add increase damage. Nope. Critical, yes, I add critical damage, and I will use Pilus. And here, as you can see, I also use critical damage increase. Okay, so these are done, and now I have the feeling I forgot something, but components are good, these are good. Okay, let's do it. So Pilus, you would think, what happened? You would think, okay, then just let's attack with Navy. But as I already started to explain, you can trigger this extra damage buff if you attack with two different special effects That's why we changed here for different kind of special effects. But to trigger this, you must use two different type of forces. I will use tank because the word bus is tank type, and I will use navy and just again one more tank. So that's the correct way to attack. Let's see the different. Just a quick repair. So the last damage was 42.5, but let's see here. 42.5 was the last, and now 280. That's a really huge difference, I would say. Okay, let's do it again on the same way. Yes. Let's check. $252, not bad. Yep. But if you don't have a strong navy type of hero, you can just use your strongest hero. Let's say mine is Rambo, but the best if you can use at least the middle level navy type of hero. Okay, let's check the numbers again. 241, we are going down, and one more attack. Yes. Oh, I am the first one, but it will be changed soon. Okay, so I'm already invited. Cool. Check the numbers again. Wow, 283. Okay, let's share it. We are proud of it. Let's see what is happening. So, as you saw, we started the attack. So that's why the high rate of fire is not important here. If you attack word boss, or it's even true for the droid, high rate of fire is absolutely a useless component. Okay, I'll slow down. And the word boss has very small attacks. As you can see on the top right corner, my ship got some hit. And that's the point. The word boss only attacks this unit on the top right corner, nothing else. You don't need to use any kind of defending skills or skin or whatever. You don't need to def. You need to focus for attack. Okay, we will not finish it. That's my best, what I made so far, I think. So I'm really proud of it. Okay, so everybody, just again a quick check. So, elemental switch. These three are different, or at least two, what you will use. Components set up like this. And don't forget the formation. on the first place. On the first place. On the first place. So on the first place a tank if the word boss is a tank type, and the last place a tank again, and that way you can trigger the buff effect of this. This is why it's necessary to use on two places the same type of troops like the word boss, and on the rest place you should use the opponent of it as it tells you. I hope it was useful for you guys. Try this out. Let me know if your damage, your deal damage increased. Thank you. Bye.